Hi there. Today I'd like to show you how to use a online mini lesson and convert it into a Google Doc. So I am using the Irony lesson today from the section called Online Mini Lessons for Simple Online Teaching. So I have downloaded the Irony lesson to my Google Drive, and the first step is to right-click, open with, and we're going to open it with Google Docs. So that's going to make it, it'll open a new tab in Chrome and then convert it into a Google Doc. So you'll notice when you do this, sometimes it looks pretty good and other times it kind of messes up all the formatting. So in this case, it messed it up quite a bit, so we're going to just do a little bit of reformatting to make it look nice again. So what I like to do in this situation is I like to have the original PDF on one side of the screen and then my Google Doc on the other side of the screen. So I'm working on a PC, but I believe this is possible on any computer. So you can just kind of resize your screens so that you can see one on one side and one on another. And there's some shortcut ways to do this, but I'm just going to do it manually today. So I'm going to put the Google Doc on the right side, and then I'll put the PDF on the left side. Okay, so there's some images in here, and I'm going to just delete those. I don't really need them. All I need is this link right here, this bit.ly link. So I'm just going to get rid of all of this stuff, so that I have just that link, because that's what the kiddos need. And then the scroll down, I don't really need that. So then the next step is step 2. So then I'm going to get rid of all these things as well, because all I really need is the link. Okay. So you can continue working through that. Now you may need to kind of go in and do some like fixing up, getting to the right pages, that sort of thing. One thing that I like to do, if I want to start a new page right here, I can hit Control Enter on my keyboard. I believe that's Command Enter on a Mac. And that will force it to go to the next page instead of hitting enter, 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 enter to get to the next page. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down on my PDF and look and see what this looks like. So right here where it says the goose with the golden eggs, notice there's a table there. So I'm going to put that table back in myself using the table feature in Google Docs. So I'll do table, and it's 2 columns, and I think it might be like 5 rows. So we'll give that a try. So what I can do is I can just grab this text right here and cut it. And then when I right click, I can choose paste without formatting. If I do that, it's going to look a lot better than if I just paste it regularly. And then if I want, I can go in and change the font size on that later. So then what I'll do is I'm just going to cut and paste without formatting on each of these items. So now I have everything in there. So the next thing I'll do is I'm just going to go in and change the font a little bit so that it's a little smaller, because I don't think it needs to be that size. Okay, so I changed it to 10, and I think that looks a little bit better. All right, let's look at my PDF again. So then on this page, let's scroll down to there. Again, if you wanted the pictures to be there, you could. It might look nice in this case, but really all the kids need is that bit.ly link. So like all these things right here, we can delete those for the sake of just kind of making our document a little smaller. Okay, here's another thing. If you notice here, see where it says summarize the poem? If I hit my right arrow, it takes me all the way down to here, which means this is only one line. You can fix that by going to Format and Clear Formatting. That will kind of fix all of those things, and then that way you could adjust it how you wanted. Okay, notice here on the left there's a box there, so if you wanted that box to be back, you could go to Insert Table and just make a one cell table. So all I did was go Insert Table, and I just want a 1 by 1. And then that gives the kids a really clear place of where they're going to put their answer. So I do like putting boxes, and it helps me when I'm grading. I know to go straight to the box, and so it's easier to find exactly where I'm going to grade. Okay, that's the end of this document. So just to kind of recap some of the things we did, we deleted the QR codes and we deleted some of the other instructions because we don't need those on a Google Doc. All we really need is the link, and that's it. Another thing we did, to force a new page, we hit Control-Enter on our keyboard, and that forced this Irony and Aesop to go down to a new page. Another thing we did is we put in our own table by going to Insert, Table, and then I think we needed 2 by 4, 2 by 5 for this assignment. Okay, we pasted in the text back into the table, and when we pasted, we used paste without formatting. That's going to make the text look a little bit better. And then I went in and I just made the text a little smaller. I think the original had bold titles here, so if you wanted to put those back in, you could. Okay. And then on this one at the very bottom, we just added a box for the assignment, for the submission, like where the students are going to write their assignment. And you do that by going to Insert, Table, and just do a 1 by 1 table. All right, I hope that helps you to convert the online mini lessons into a Google Doc that kind of would help the students to be able to answer and complete the assignment through, say, Google Classroom or through Canvas.